metro the matters as my catch up in the year fee me can wa say kwa ma fa so ma appoint papa it raises a lot of concern because Afarijan minum you pay him party no at the NDC they are desperate in making sure say they will make the 8 be a failure and delaying the 8 and breaking of 8. Now John Mama this is going to be his 12th year going for this kind of election if he doesn't win. There's no business person, no corporate setting that would love to do business with an opposition party if you're in opposition for 12 years. Do you know why? The possibility say the alternate first term will go for another second term. Hey, high. People don't know the running mate or vice presidential candidates will prefer to be the president. And meaning say the NDC can stay in opposition for maybe 32 years from now.
100 years.
32 years from now. Party no any relevant. John Mama and the NDC they are winning all these pro and con. So going for this kind of elections. In 2020 elections, official police report nipa 8 in the year. Na Shaibu.
Franko.
The Supreme Court say Reverend J.J. Wallace was duly elected and Yemfano as the President of the Republic of Ghana. Now Shaibu, listen to this. In 1996, NPP registered their displeasure again, saying that the voters registered is not credible. And as I the NPP wasn't happy by Kokotwa, NDC sign winning. In the 2000 elections, the NPP still registered their displeasure. In 2004, that's why I tell you that these people they play with us. And the NDC for say the voters register. Let's revise it. Ask yourself, I didn't tell you what position we is calling for the voters register. Let's revise it. If they're in power, they don't talk about it.
What if the NDC, the Electoral Commission, see to what the request that the NDC is making? In fact, then people also hit the streets to demonstrate.
And somebody say, let's do forensic audit. And you easily agree. It means you are going to be exposed. And no. So we are looking for solution. I mean, if somebody says, let us go on that tangent to expose what you may have done wrong, whether deliberately or inadvertently.
Abushia for your makwaba at the bar Solid TV, and then the Dikaya only dimpunimpoa, message of subscribe to the channel. Once I debut, I'm sure I'm a subscriber and a brand new only Solid TV channel. Your production at the free Ghana Ken Studio, we are. Baby Ubiana, the content in the air brown or pay your name. Our Brasil Council meeting at the Shaibula CC. Kaisa Solid TV Ghana, our TikTok. Solid TV Ghana, our Facebook. I don't know what follow you. Not what subscribers to our YouTube. And then I'm on the boy a day air banner and say Electoral Commission for any NDC actually at their yamso. Ninano. Coffee by no. The National Democratic Congress, fresh say, ka omonye defend a forensic audit. Ewo, voter registration. Almost so much Timaku and near maybe a chess about to cut tie with it. The 12 bar and ye. A being said a polling station in the Tamil South. Some voters were illegally transferred from the Tamil South to look at the Pussiga. A my electoral committee for example, so I interdicted or more return of the electoral officer. And this for said, we quampo a call for the forensic audit. Professor Jampo so Edna no so ababe tumu. Come here said, Amanyukuni NPP Tiabenwa, one electoral commission and a corner, a cranda. Or call opposition and electoral commission about a time for. Send this Zutia Benwa, once an electoral commission a corner and cranda. So about position no about a time for. A year timam forum, and these two political parties, no, or maybe Ajuni Diagomu. And now say, no crabby womb, no tia bonte no move, no ma bemwa or move. A dear didn't NDC tia bemu. One electoral commission a year, I no fee say 1 year bemu. MP before electoral commission 4 years. A dear did not MP before a bemu. Or electoral commission, I be a dash or co positions once a call for. And some way, I actually arguing, and I'm actually Franko hater. About better than Sabin say, or me boame. Now, on speaking to facts and figures, young for videos, and Chamni who by beer, these political parties, the NDC and NPP, on the Ghana echo. My debate of form, may Faber.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
I was afraid my Franko hit a Franko.
My good brother,
that is say,
Me so hoye.
Obi ahoye.
Yes.
Papaya baby obi an echia no.
Hey.
Papaya
The chief executive officer.
Baby papaya obi an echia no. Amencha honorable Kennedy Kwame Akompre ko Japan. Ma me Christian na Japan. Na fese me nua Hamza. Na fese Idrisu.
Me TV achu. Say be 1 month me say that say me no ntina say ti me TV ache say ma me nche no abu credit Japan me nche
yeah uni ha me chia no papa de mekoso acha no pa wi anyumre anopa he's the only last man standing no no Ghana ba bia Ghana nam ye people may feel disappointed but so na sit here obeti assessing number 2025 say nkofo de ade ka na ko hwehu wia na obeti ne ma ase.
My brother.
So what to say? NDC for calling for a forensic audit.
Yes, Martin.
And Professor Jampo so akasa. You can find the.
Send me the two one.
And I can go here Professor Jampo video them.
How you want to go by?
Okay. Abusha for your person. What near myself? Professor Jampo akasa. The person go video them.
And somebody say let's do forensic audit, and you easily agree. It means you are going to be exposed, and. No. So we are looking for solution. I mean, if somebody says, let us go on that tangent to expose what you may have done wrong, whether deliberately or inadvertently, you would still. So you have difficulty in acceding to that demand. So I'm asking, since the idea of this exercise is to look for solution, will it be okay if we say? If the call for forensic audit sends some shivers down the spine because it is going to expose or point to culpability. Let us say, will it be okay if we say, let us all sit down. The EC comes together with all the political parties and all important stakeholders, and then we all sit down, and then we dialogue about this. You bring about all the issues you have, in the full glare of all the political actors, and then where they will have to admit, they admit. But you see, if you say forensic, it has a certain connotation that if you are wrong, you will not want to be led to that slaughterhouse. So can we vary the call?
Rome Villa Estate, one sasepa, one kind. Then sasepa egun kan oyibi. Na nigi sem se. And sase ye ton e de ma obi opese obetena ho. Obi opese or build a mini estate within our estate. That's Rome Villa Estate. Now Rome Villa Estate sase no. Ya to bi am Canadian burgers, American burgers, Spain burgers. Obi no between the sase no say obeto ya sase wonya problem so that me say obi me ko sase ma no wi na himfie. We to sase ma no ko wi ne court, we to sase ma no ko wi ne court. Semibri ba Rome Villa Estate sase de mesro. Oto a wonya amane. Aye de akwan enkania ensuo ene bibia de baso. Na your flexible terms of payment. Say brother make it first payment. We make it first payment per scan to me kan windenture and I face so sa plan de amount. Na we trade we are now the aso abo form. Ka say over 0592 223386 0592 223386 unti 0592 223386 ka say and sas papa aye litigation free there a Room Villa Estate. Go and buy an expensive plotter at the man so be oh baby. Now per there and what from there a Room Villa Estate. Yeah, Franko Angrily,
my brother.
So on the video no. And the NDC are right to call for the forensic audit, and that's what minister right, and a forensic audit, a young that's a coalition, a DNB.
Shabu, Franko. Mammy Chobia Nano Paya, depending on your location. There say it is an honor and privilege to be on this particular network. What about victim take emotions and sentiments out? Let's reason and think as ordinary Ghanaians. Now, Shabu,
yeah, Ghana.
Oh, yes. I've listened to the NDC.
Okay.
I've listened to the EC.
Okay.
I've listened to people who have in-depth knowledge about this electoral reforms.
Yeah.
And once you be a some or can be input or the baby, or be input or the baby. But Shabu, that be a mistake. Our duty and responsibility is try to enlighten and educate people. You mean that is our responsibility. Mr. So be fair, me catch them say. Aduma nyame da do me no mi ni se ni church asemu amanfo ntiase. If you try to go away and corrector, nyame mfa boni nche.
Okay.
That is what even on net too. a pro NPP agenda station, I will sit there and speak my mind. That is me. Shaibu.
But is it because of say can't a political party win an election with a clean voter register?
I don't see another because there is a precedent too. There is a history. These two political parties are matter for 32 years now. Open what is needed if they are in opposition. These two political parties, I'm telling you, today permit me, I'll take you from 92 back. And what is idea we are, it should not be idea I say a young woman. This is how they behave. They play with our conscience, intelligence, and mind.
With the consent of the Electoral Commission.
Shabu, me say NPP opposition, they will play with your mind. If NDC is in power, they will play with your mind.
Okay.
If NPP is in power, they will play with your mind. The NDC will also play with your mind. Since 1992, the Ben one was a Ben be another party be opposition. I say is that the Electoral Commission be on any yard.
Papa,
won't be paying. Hey, see, but let's not forget the Electoral Commission is an independent and autonomous body.
But have they proven beyond all reasonable doubt that they are independent?
It depends on how they conduct themselves. The reason why I bet me this caveat now, but say it depends on how we make the appointment. Because our constitution, we have to do amendments about our constitution.
Franko, is it the president who can plunge this country into chaos or the Electoral Commission?
It's the Electoral Commission. But the question is, I want to say, what's in the Electoral Commission for boss? Yes, sir.
Good, but through process.
Thank you.
Parliament.
Almost say it is an independent body. Independent body, so nobody can control the system. Independent, autonomous. I hear more or less one casadio. And you see, what say? Act of establishing the commission. What say? The Electoral Commission is mandated to enforce and administer all laws and regulations relative to the conduct of elections and referendums.
But Franco, won't you?
Yes.
What say? Your constitution as it stands on. And your constitution. You bet me actually show man. And
I make a
see a two constitution because say a system now can the Electoral Commissioner boss or man penning to me the take man.
That make sure say. If you look at pediometry paper on the face of the pink sheet, almost say there should be an autonomous body. But the question you have to ask yourself is say, are they independent or autonomous? That should be the first question.
Maybe Electoral Commission or more PR department and as a public affairs director.
I didn't hear.
I've never seen them speaking.
Oh, there is a commissioner and a casa.
There be no.
A commissioner,
maybe, but commissioner contact to one camp, but was here. Not political party in government only different.
And I make sure say, anytime they are in opposition, they
become enemies to the
more power. They are in bed with the EC. Ask yourself, and you and Kwan or home country. And you know, Kwan better more fast appointed Shabula CC to be an EC boss. As a Shabula CC said, never could you are. Now say be so bad. People have issues with Shabula CC. These are the kind of questions I see beside you.
But Electoral Commission, you memoir flow, but essential fit for Emma. We have for the giant better.
Am I a true lawyer? Emma, or a true lawyer? We are Oba Papa, especially when it comes to political appointments. For them fighting against you, sometimes it's extremely difficult.
Go ahead, shout out to say, I do obey. I didn't Jane do it.
Baba be siasim so. I'm a Jane, I said your kind, it is hunting here today. And you be a game course. Shall be a catch us at the back. When you say, politicians, you feel things that we don't read. What I say, and the idea they can just say it and go. But Shabla says, if you read, and to almost you be egus. And Yanisau, one now your babesiao. Me, I know some prepare one and babesiao. So I know how to ask you questions. Shabla says, Mr. Nipamian, son of you. Nipamian, one, ye any my dear chain. Two, the enemy yape, three, do my dear chain. We have to convince two. The only yapen. So no what you pay. The money my dear chain, just so confusing, convincing, extremely.
That's how confusing.
I confuse my cousin. I couldn't ask my work. I'm better than him, but you are the man for how to understand him. Now, Shaibu,
Franco,
who here the Electoral Commissioner?
Okay.
And the Electoral now, I must say, way a mode of appointment of the commission.
Okay.
Mode of appointment.
Quite possible the EU be so in EC chair.
The Council of State.
Okay.
Capable, responsible of integrity in full positions. All members of the commission are appointed by the president. Commissioner. All members of the commission. Read again.
That's why you have an NPP communicator from Bono. You are appointed to them.
Bono. What you patron? And my test one. I saw my catch up in the year fee. Me can say Kwa ma first ma appoint papa, it raises a lot of concerns. Because Afaijan, minum you pay him party no.
But people until Council of Elders, no. Make other
Supreme Court to say, as some of the Supreme Court. So the maintain Council of Elders meeting your cast, not President on one was for. Supreme Court to say, a foot a Council of Elders, you too fool. A foot Yadamawa and your force says offer.
So, and
if Franko Massam, Shelby, this is what National Sikasamo selling on my Franko, Jamasam, Jansanum, now one of my Trasiakasa. I am Yankasa discretion.
So, a fan of
when I'm demo, and I'm saying I am Massam problem today. So,
to on penny for about Nippon on the banner.
So, he can decide to pick it or not. Okay. Saibu, if you look at election 2020, Nature more be in your brain say
2024,
maybe 2020.
Okay.
The NPP is desperate in breaking the 8. Always I say it. The NPP, they are desperate in breaking the 8.
Election day in 2024 year.
The NPP is desperate, the NDC, they are desperate in making sure say they will make the 8 be a failure. And delaying the 8 and breaking of 8. About to we chat an alarm for motor. These two main political parties are breaking the 8 or delaying the 8
or stopping the 8.
Thank you. One, John Dramani Mama say about 2 years to is one when you have a foregone conclusion for him.
And the first time I say, "Obi co-election or who are paying presidency."
Thank you,
John Dramani
Mama. And Mama him say he want to leave a legacy. Legacy, and he say. Or person or no age of Wakon, who just party no because thank you. And I go position. Hey, now your mama, this is going to be his 12th year going for this kind of election if he doesn't win. There's no business person, no corporate settings that would love to do business with an opposition party if you're in opposition for 12 years. Do you know why? The possibility say the alternate first term will go for another second term. Hey, high. Nippon no yan running mate from vice presidential candidates who prefer to be the president too. And meaning say the NDC can stay in opposition for maybe 32 years from now.
100 years,
32 years from now. The party ain't relevant. John Mama and the NDC, they are weighing all these pros and cons. So going for this kind of elections. In 2020 elections, official police report Nipa 8 in the year. And then the police for the Abba. And if you look at issues, now where time again, now there's a percentage, as a fluctuation, a question never say, you mean your stagnant one, and mean your cast way a pure genuity. Sana Dena Kwakwe. Shaibu,
Franko,
our duty is to enlighten the ordinary Ghanaian. These two political parties, they are playing with our mind, I'm telling you. The NPP and the NPP and the NDC.
Okay.
They always joke with us. They feel and think they're intellectuals. They feel and think they're LC and go school. They play with our conscience and our mindset.
And in NP bit my country Ghana for say a bruce cry, which Ghana. COVID, COVID, you man. And now a year crowd Ghana has seen COVID time, your man, a teacher for 10 years, yet my music, quite bruce. I might be as well, and I buy 3 workers as some moment intensive. Uba Ghana, maybe a nurse. A nurse if we care kind of way I tria. A nurse for a doctor for me COVID. Secure kind of way in tria. Mama, but that I office in Yasi and good school. You name she apart from more politicians. Ubi could be a 7 years the Jimmy do much.
Shamu in 1992. You talk about in 1992. You talk about the NPP had issues with the EC. 92. Voters register here come once when you know. It has been with us for 32 years. For 32 years.
Politicians don't mean Pabone for. And I say, because because 2016, I could complain on NPP. But no, I don't meet you.
In 1992,
okay,
the NPP took the Electoral Commission to court.
Yes,
in terms, I'm walking you through the journey of 1992.
And the court is 2013.
These two political parties among cannot correct. The NPP and the NDC. They always feel and think say useless people. They play with us. Can I deal with? They be so starting free kind.
They also don't know. Say New Patriotic Party versus the Electoral Commission and order.
Okay.
1993. Is it okay?
Well, now I'm going to show you the lawyers. MPP against the Electoral Commission in 1993-1994. I will give you the seal number. Seal number, court seal number now. I'm recording. Read here.
That's what I say. No.
Or say,
Was it the Electoral Commission? Okay, so okay, the new patriotic party versus the Electoral Commission and other versus okay. DL.
this is the seal number.
Okay, DLS C773 versus Electoral Commission and other Supreme Court Accra 1993-1994 and I can see is it 1GL R124.
Yes.
And also council. Nana Adodan Kwaku with him, Philip Addison and Alex Queno for the plaintiff. Okay, a forcing. I see. And I say a forcing. Attorney General.
Yes.
Forcing Attorney General. Okay. Him, Mrs. Adusa Amankwa, Chief State Attorney, and JK Ava, Chief State Attorney for the defendant.
And the assembly and person catch you. When you're in 1992, you're probably in 1992. In 1993, the NPP force a resource na a buy. It is vote rigging. So they are telling their people say that kind of elections now you're calling, they are going for court. Tell me what kind of seal number.
That I do buy elections.
I do buy. And to mention this one, the NPP did go to parliament.
Yeah. That's what Trump said. The stolen verdicts at the end, they don't boycott the parliament.
Thank you. And he tells you, say, the NPP Yankasano. Omo di ade na nim de court was na do dan kwaku fado. One Philip Addison.
Yeah, at the back court oh, Electoral Commission no mazu twa akufado and adwuma.
Now listen to this. General background and outcome of the 1992 elections.
Okay.
I want you to read here. Who we be stats make us voters register asem no enye ne kan free eba.
Okay. The four parties that has contested the presidential election, like People National Convention, National Independent Party, People Heritage Party, and the New Patriotic Party, decided to boycott the legislative polling, despite attempt by the Commonwealth Observer Group to persuade them otherwise. The alleged act of intimidation and harassment of their members and supporters by the government and the companies of its refusal to revise voters register. Or say,
yeah.
Okay.
So in 1992, NPP for no plaintiff. No, as one of the court in one, there was intimidation, there was harassment, and the voters register. It wasn't a credible voters register.
Charges I'm going
oh,
what they went court.
In 1992, Intellectual say they allege acts of intimidation and harassment of their members and supporters by the government and complain on its refusal to revise the voters register. And I must say, voters register they talk about in 1992. It wasn't credible. It wasn't genuine. This MPP. The lead counsel, Philip Addison, lead counsel was another
of the opposition party.
Yes, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Philip Addison and Mr. Kwenu, a lead counsel, enter the election petition. The NPP will go for someone who has in-depth knowledge about electoral reforms in the 2012 election petition and go for Philip Addison.
The
NPP hone kokuri. Na saibu.
Franko.
Ekowi mu court nyina the Supreme Court say Owe FN J.J. Wallace was duly elected and Yemfan as the President of the Republic of Ghana. Now, Shaibu, listen to this. In 1996, NPP registered their displeasure again, saying that the voters register is not credible. No, we have to revise it. We have to make sure that no, it's the same way.
That voter register card and voter ID card.
Yes,
na picture ni so.
Thank you.
Na picture bar so.
Thank you.
Na be black and white.
Yes. And I'm saying gidi. And as I'm saying, the Yonkon and the NPP wasn't happy by Kokotuaba. Emma NDC signed winning. In the 2000 elections, the NPP still registered their displeasure. He said, almost some of is going in favor of John Ajekum Kufuor. But they feel and think, say, the EC and J.J. Wallace and the NDC, they will rig the elections for Atanos.
Through the voter register.
They said, yeah, we should do a credible voters register. And so many. But then when they say, the NPP won the elections in 2000.
With the supposed bad voter register.
Thank you. Shaibu, you are too abandoned here, In 2004, that is why I tell you that these people, they play with us. Can you deal with? I want to make me reading. I want
I said Ghana. NDC organizer accused EC of rigging 2004 election.
Answer. Kind of.
I say in Koko.
Yes.
The Electoral Commission has been accused of rigging the 2004 election in favor of the New Patriotic Party. The Eastern Regional Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Mr. Tewia Boateng, maintained that by the deliberate burning ballot papers from the election, the EC helped the NPP to rig the election to the detriment of an NDC victory.
Thank you. Now, the NDC as a political party went to court in 2004.
When you call 2004,
you read it. We say a peer academic exercise.
I say
yes.
Ghana NDC challenged the 2004 election results. I say an Accra Factual High Court yesterday refused an application sought by the Electoral Commission to refer a case in which three National Democratic Congress activists challenged how the 2004 presidential election results were organized. What the issue was seeking to have the case transferred to the Supreme Court for interpretation.
Thank you. And if you look at 2004, the NDC went to court for election rigging. Till that time, Afarijan, the returning officer,
the chairperson,
and the chairperson. In 1992-1996, the NDC jumped into his defense. I didn't hear some court. Now is now Kasam from lawyers uncle. The government of Ghana generally needed Attorney General because he believes in the cardinal principle of that man at that particular moment. To obey the defending. Now I do 4 years. Till and is first year we're defending East for 8 years. What's not only 4 years? 4 years no cause any East no problem. I say abane boy omon tiase omni paba kwa kasa abane wie meboa. Now the NDC as a political party takes the EC to fast track court.
High court. So that could for set is court. Fast track high court. Say near Senko fashion.
Thank you. Shabu.
Franko.
Yani namwa and NDC for say the voters register. Let's revise it. Ask yourself, I didn't tell you what position is calling for the voters register. Let's revise it. If they're in power, they don't talk about it.
So beard. Madame Fubino was saying, Obi catching us or say, or say, Negano, a Jano Fabian from yes. And yet, as a star now, channel of watches, okay. And to or tail it on a letter or table, and near on electoral commission, oh, Jaco, any charming. Empire for Bubunatias or say, you can be honest. Thank you. They are not clean. Yeah. They are not genuine when it comes to elections. They know, say, elections is a process, not an event. Yeah. A process. Never a top elections. They make us see a blame for electoral reforms and processes. No, that day they transfer. Especially when you couple kind of proxy voting. It is a process. In 2012 election yes. One of the polling station I call for a recount of the results. 9 people come on yes. Share elections no yakanya you do 100 normally rapper boom but have some bundle of boom and a measure ku for the no obo kan do 100 do Muhammad yan so no kan do 100 101 102 do 120 to 131 and me call for recount no na omo ntia se MP before say ya bre na am say ya kan ye no na Muhammad omo the 10 votes attorney there so imagine if they succeeded even adding 2 votes in all the polling stations. And they can't come to the wood. I want to say, no one fishing deals on way. If they're in power, they control the system. Because who are power? The president has the right to appoint over 7,000 people. The president has the right to appoint the chief justice. Yeah. The president has the right to appoint the EC boss. As some of us EC boss, you hear the current government. Now there are some Supreme Court. Who makes the appointment of judges? The other constitute judges. I chief justice. And it's by a whole way two critical areas. Nina, I have buying what I was sorted. Now in 2004, yeah. The reason why I'm going for 1992 when I say Shabu and conform you the and the NDC for no more Kakaka and at the bed they should revise the bed and you are Massa, I see that if they come to power, you are going to defend the EC. And I'll give you reasons. Okay. NPP is in opposition. Look at the kind of things that
Now they are in power. Can I deal with? Today, I be reading. I don't want to be kind.
Or say,
who are about dating account? I top near them.
I can see. Where Wednesday, August 6, 2008.
What's he saying?
NDC accuses EC MPP of manipulating voter register.
Thank you.
Exercise.
1992-1993, Akufo-Addo moved in a court. Opposition.
Yeah.
Now NPP is in power. NDC in 2004 court. Now in 2008, listen to the Omoka. What's he saying?
NDC accuses EC MPP of manipulating voter registration exercise.
Thank you. Voter registration exercise leads to the voters register.
Yeah.
It means the MPP is for Kambu. They want to rig the elections for Nana Akufo-Addo by the NDC.
Yeah.
Read.
Or say NDC has evidence of rigging mills.
The
lady
he is the flag bearer of the NDC. What say? The NDC has evidence of rigging. Meaning he said the EC and the NPP come maybe
NDC for more.
What kind of story need to say? The intermediate miles are possible in say they are going to base on the voters register. They will use it and make sure so maybe we have there is no
through the registration. You say be a Santo, you want to 1 million, 1.8.
Yes.
You really can MPP you can't complain because there's evidence of the better 1.8.
Thank you. Read.
What's that? MERS wants police EC against rigging election for MPP.
Thank you. So MERS are cast on 2 occasions. The NDC as a political party so cast on 1 occasion. He is a flag bearer of the NDC at that material moment. What say? EC any police you any MPP come so be banu Adama
MPP.
Thank you.
And I said one police.
Thank you.
Any EC. Say
one appointee IGP.
President.
Thank you. Surprisingly, we go to election 2008. It goes for a runoff. The NPP, the NDC wins the elections. NDC are winning. NDC have no problem with the EC. Because when the NPP they in bed, they want to rig the elections.
Warning police, Why win it 2009?
Why win it 2009 elections?
8 elections. I be former government 2009.
Thank you. And I want to get so many things for you, Shabula Sisi. The NDC and someone Bekano. Read this. Why not say?
President Mahama praises Electoral Commission. President John Dramani Mahama has showered praises on the Electoral Commission for the feat it has chopped in the past and present in its organization of election in the country.
What say your mama? Your mama is about also independent, credible institution in Ghana. It is the easy. John Dramani Mahama, when they were in opposition, more opposition, or must say Akufo-Addo person we are buying, NPP person we are buying, easy. Afarijan, any police phone will be a person we are buying abano for the NPP. Fast forward, we are called for re-election. And as a runoff, John Evans Atamas is now the president of the Republic of Ghana. John Dramani Mahama is the vice president. More easy for number so easy for not being done organization by Ghana, we are credible, independent, the Electoral Commission. This same John Dramani Mahama Atamas was say, if you look at election 2000
position.
Me say, they play with our conscience, they joke with us by doing so. And to me, I know no if you know a fat idea, you might so much demonstration. Me banana, me who's with Marama Bunakuno. Someone who's with this demonstration, we have to say, voters register. And see, my ma says 1992. Nasabu,
Franko.
In 2012, a honor MPP force will come. So about 1 year, the new patriotic party, and they have issues with it. Nasabu, if you listen to 2012, let me try and get it for you because I let them say everything. I say to make sure Jabu, you can't Nipano is what me at the say. Now in 2012, the NPP also registered their displeasure. Can you also saying NPP goes there
today?
Yes.
In 2012,
yes.
NPP goes to court over rigged election.
Thank you, Shabu. And the NPP follows up opposition. NPP no money
opposition.
Oh, Shabu,
2008, 2012.
Can
we say Ghana's opposition party protests presidential result in Ghana. We say them say global times, okay, international news.
Can
or say sources. this is the newer publishers.
Yes.
Okay, 2012, 12, 19. Now about 9:55.
Thank you.
36 seconds.
Okay.
Was 1,000 of supporters of the Ghana main opposition New Patriotic Party protested on Tuesday to demand justice and the return of the people's vote by the country electoral commission. Was it we simply demand the return of our votes allotted to President John Dramani Mahama and of governing party local constituency chairman Odeno Kwakuapia stated. I was it we shall continue our protest until our demand is met. Was it the protesters marched in the capital of the Ashanti region, known to be the stronghold of the opposition New Patriotic Party, yielding anti-government slogan before gathering at Ashland Community Park, where the leaders addressed them.
One must say, 2012 elections. Yeah, to a banner ye king kind. No more Tetia Kufa than any big man. This is the NPP talking. This is the NPP talking. And yes, they are going to do them so because they have tampered with the voters register. It is not credible.
Was it resource, no? And it's a TB.
Thank you.
Ama Mahama.
Okay. Yes, I know I'm making kind.
Was it? We see in a year, Monday, 12 November 2012.
Thank you.
NPP group alleging vote rigging attempts. Also, there was a regional branch of the New Patriotic. Okay, there was a regional branch of the Nana Addo for President 2012 on Monday alleged that some people are also fundamentally replicating biometric voter ID card of unsuspecting people. Was it Mr. Samuel Nimako Dako, regional coordinator of Nana for President, announced that at the media encounter attack on Monday, also the Ghana News Agency observed that Mr. Dako displayed photocopy of some of the voter ID card conducted at Donko Krum or Daku Krum, a suburb of Kuju Krum near Takrade. Kuju Krum near Takrade.
Yeah, we must say 2012 elections, the EC and the NDC, they are in bed. The EC has rigged the election for the new.
Or the photocopy of voter ID card you grab back. Because evidence based and they want to show.
And I make sure say, Obia opposition is different. Now, fast forward, we go into 2016. Before 2016 elections, I'm really surprised by the conduct of some certain kind of NPP members, and I will explain to you. Matesa amount for car for forensic audit, and NPP for us will be the major. And
forensic audit, and you brought for be a criterion.
Seven is for the classic forensic. Some forensic one day, just you're going deeper into it. Whereby by beer issues, a purely accountant, by beer issues was discrepancies, where the right is one. You're beginning yet your PA, you hear the PR, the register is a credible one. Okay. But Sadians, Nippon Cotiano, by law, Nippon so the coin to his favor can take the person to court.
That's what it's an indictment.
And he's a very smart who say, so more choir forensic audit. Now, so move it goes against them. You're trouble where we are. And this credit markers are but in a credit. Women markers in a credit. And Sabu in opposition. Now read this. Okay. In 2014, what Akufo said about the EC kind
was say 24. Okay, I can see 31st January 2014 here. What a full speech. Akufo calls for audit of voter register. Hey. Was it our message to Dr. Farijan and the Electoral Commission is simple. We need a register that truly represents those who are entitled to vote in Ghana. The current register is bogus. We are not interested in playing the blame game. We are only interested in right for our democracy. Let us all work together on this. Ghanaia's Electoral Commission should be West African election.
And this is an opposition leading member, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party in 2014. Date 31st July 2014. Was say, in quotation marks, say everything you might be ano. Was say, our message to Dr. Afarijan and Electoral Commission is simple. We need a register that truly represents those who are entitled to vote in Ghana. The current register is bogus.
And you can say token, I didn't bogus, I said token. They come to that.
This is Akufo talking. We are not interested in playing the blame game. We are only interested in doing what is right for our democracy. Let us all work together on this. Ghanaia's election should not be West African election.
No, part of it, understand what you want to go forward to be. We move forward to be.
Yes, and you know, people who doesn't hail from Ghana doesn't have the right to choose a leader for Ghanaians. Jakufado say register a bogus,
a bloated,
a 2014, and yet credible,
yet 20,
and yet credible.
After the Supreme Court in a year,
Akufado in 2014. Now listen to this particular man. Why no?
I say
Yes.
I can see. I can see current voters register not credible.
Yes.
Stop intimidating EC.
Yes.
Sami Auku
Yes.
jabs and this.
Thank you. Shabu, Sami Okusu catch in 2015. So the voters registered in 2016 and not credible.
And tomorrow intimidating EC.
Yes.
Yes.
Because Onoma Kwako Fashalot said
Okay.
and the Wako Fashalot said they have absolute control over the woman. They take concrete decisions for the woman. And as idea, they have to be extremely careful. The voters register, Akufado say bogus. We also say or say it is not credible. Now read this. In 2015, Samuel Kukas was saying,
What's saying?
yes,
By his posture,
posture,
by his posture, utterances, the EC boss is also setting the stage to deny the youth and the people of Ghana a new and a credible voter register
yes,
for the 2016 election. Was say we will not sit down for our future to be toyed with. The cost of a new credible voter register is cheaper than the cost of violence. Guess it is time for the youth to arise. We cannot afford to fail the masses in 2016. Youth revolution coming.
thank you. Now Samuel Ku didn't attack the EC. Samuel Ku attacked the commissioner Obano or attacking Obano the EC.
Yeah.
Was a many posture attitude. Yes, and in the posture and the attitude no oil. Many percent to question Ghana because they are calling for a new voters register. They want a credible voters register.
Also, a credible voter register cheaper than.
Thank you. This Samuel Ku in opposition. Shabuti in opposition. The NPP sees everything bad with the EC. That's why I make a tell you. Emma Nana Danko Kufa the day in 2014. Samuel Ku the card by in 2015. Was signed your baby attacking or banning Charlotte to say, I pass a man on self for so you easy boss. Now, Shabla Sisi,
Franko Angrily.
I find it funny if I see NPP people condemning NDC, saying they want a forensic audit. If you stay in glass house, you don't trust them.
And now what was JFK? I said, EC allowed forensic audit now. For not to hit the street.
I do man, I thought of my name.
Wow, boss, I can't.
I was a Canadian cast. I don't know, Sano. As a woman,
maybe I video.
So even if we clean the register today, on December 7th, there'll still be dead people in the voter register. So you cannot stand on that basis and make the accusation that dead people in the register. So at least these are issues that you need to think to and put it to the NDC that they have no case in it. A friend also asked about what if the NDC, the Electoral Commission, see to what the request that the NDC is making. In fact, then people also hit the streets to demonstrate against the Electoral Commission. Then it will also mean that the Electoral Commission is not consistent. Because in 2015, it's the same Electoral Commission that told us that they have the body, they have the capacity to make sure that internally they resolve issues. So,
Shabu, and to Utia, the NDC is going for a forensic audit. The NDC has been charitable. Who is also charitable? I want you to read something. And who read it on Shabu? We am best show. Now, what say? NPP request international audit of say what no. Otherwise, who you are laughing? Don't joke with this. Say this for the forensic. Forensic, you not for KPMG. You not for Price Waterhouse. Auditing firm to come and do the audit. Now listen to the NPP here. Shabu, where you delegate 23rd of March 2015. Listen to Nyankasame party. As a moka, they want to tell the EC what kind. I'm just saying.
What say? NPP requests International audit of new voter register.
They didn't say forensic audit.
International.
They want an international body to come and do auditing about the voters register.
Because Omuri say issue, them say, is it John Dramani Mahama, the then president, or Biere can say,
But tell me so.
no body.
Remember so.
Okay.
Me say, Nyame party. By the NDC, forensic audit. People are having issues with the NDC. Me party in 2015 say they want an international firm
to come and audit.
An international firm is a firm that is not based in the geographical hemisphere of Ghana. The four corners of Ghana.
And I don't think say international firm and audit at that time. You know, come for Togo and I say Burkina. It should be a UK based or an American based.
Thank you. And to say, NPP requests international audit of new voters register. NPP demands national voters register audit. Shout you. Now today the NDC is talking about audit, but the MPP no, oh my no one by no, and Kofobian breakers and those people they don't also read. Because history will tell you say, Sadden on Kofone can be
you even requested for an international firm, which is more expensive and costly than for the for forensic audit.
Thank you, Intino. So Tiasi. Shaibu. Adewe one kasa kind of body and I'll read something for you kind.
I can see a very beautiful lady.
What a kind top, no say.
What say? Be proactive.
Yes.
Deal with credible issues.
Yes.
IE to easy.
Thank you. Shabu. Date where 23rd October 2015. I want to take you back. If you stay in glass house, you don't throw stones. Remember, Papa say me, "Dem me condemn you so come na." Unya no sa position. They will do why you even do worse things than the Nipan here.
I could be catch that. We say, and that when you scam with the massam, yes, them about no crocodile who we are. Now I did be. And will be glad to chamber. That would make a 5 book.
Shabu, and I'm going to read it for you. I say the Institute of Economic Affairs, i.e., has asked the Electoral Commission to be proactive in addressing issues of credibility of Ghana's current voters register.
Okay.
The Electoral Commission should demonstrate proactiveness and leadership on this important national issue. It should engage the service of competent, credible, and external organizations to conduct independent investigations into the allegations of bloating register.
Okay.
When we find out what this idea, Jane Mesa.
I thought no, I your boss right.
We must show
Jane Mesa. Electoral Commission Jane Mesa.
Say. We a purely academic exercise. Me could be party get some corporate demonstration there be. O me no the yadwin diakro. Mensa as the IEA boss. And no catch a Charlotte or say. Yes, Electoral Commission voters register and you bloated. And look at the kind of advice I share what the man will say. The Electoral Commission should demonstrate proactiveness and leadership on this important national issue. It should engage the service of competent, credible, and external organization.
Also said external. Also, he was referring to international.
What the man said was external organization, whereby he said they can conduct independent investigations into the allegations of bloating register.
Franko, ma'am, this woman or your bar, I don't want to say it, but even that time, no, national said so. Now, of course, we say you're from B video, German, so Ghana B video, BVR machines.
Yes,
you say you're from. Would they acquire and be a citizen? Ukrebi.
They make a want.
Yeah, who say you transfer will be vote on your consent. Would they a say that?
Maybe I make a want. Me say, only IE boss at that time, money office was say they should have an independent, credible organizations, external forces to come and conduct the investigations. Come and
not even internal.
Oh, what kind of
now they call for internal. Also, we are so to go by.
And you know, Mammy. Jab Charlotte was say,
yeah.
Now 2016 elections.
Okay.
Yeah, to a baby. Listen to John Dramani Mama over here.
What's it? Election rigging allegation upset nonsense, Mahama.
John Mama say, what class 2016 elections, electoral process from 2014, but yeah, yabaya to abano. Asa yakwato somebody in 2016. Our voters register. I want to say, Yamba be Yabamusano man. What do you do? Now this John Mama.
Yeah.
Now John Mama is in power. Going for 2016 elections. Jump into the defense of the EC. Read here. We say ne wona be kind in we are I rest my case.
Okay, I can see here Ghana's EC, a truly independent body, Mahama in 2016.
Thank you. John Dramani Mama say Ghana Electoral Commission independent. Thank you. A credible independent body. This is John Dramani Mama. Now listen to Fusuampo over here. What's saying?
What say?
Yes.
Go and challenge person illegally registered in the voter register. Ufusuampo for tells MP.
And people were saying he said the voters register is not credible. Irregularities wrong. Yeah, the mind of one Togolese no la Cote d'Ivoire for Naki can but trouble be. So it doesn't make it credible. Was say so any problem. They should go to a court of competent jurisdiction and go and challenge the EC over there. They feel and think say the 2016 register I had a kwakotwabano a credible, a genuine.
Okay.
Shall I see Kaye?
I say
Yes.
silence does not mean consent.
Yes.
I see you doing on voter.
Thank you. I said don't get so person say about no more kwakotono. O problem market can be among they are silent about particular matters. They are not going to talk. Now shall we read here?
Okay.
I said don't get just say
What say?
Yes.
Disregard MPP noise for new voter register.
Okay.
I see don't get here.
Date when
Okay, I can see 2016 August.
yes. Now come 4 months to elections. The MPP they are complaining about the voters register. You can't say noise. Noise is somehow can you answer him. That's what they did. Thank you. Maybe I'm a maker say maybe I'm making sense to someone who's back at us. I'm just making noise. Maker. I still don't get you say NPP for demonstration come back as they are just making noise. It is irrelevant. The voters register is a credible voters register for 2016 elections. Shabu, this is the NDC for you. Now Shabu,
Franko,
we go into 2020 elections. NPP captures power. Voters register na saying
I don't want to capture power to
we say politicians, you don't know them. Say, me, I just look at this kind of demonstration and I laugh at people. Me, Christopher I'm making kind of. Me, sorry, need demonstration from the Chikwa. No, there should be irregularities. There should be they've all benefited. The 32 years, this fourth republic, 32 years, 16 years or more. About to be in where you are free and fair elections in Ghana.
You know, guys, your cost MPP are benefited 16 years, and these are benefited 16 years.
Thank you. Into a message, now, if you look at NPP, after so winning about in 2016, now we go to 2020. 2020. Now, Sabu, 2020 elections. And what's not NDC first was started almost will come. 2020 elections. NDC first was started almost come. Now, I can't wait. Wait on the money, Mama. I want to read something for you here. EC response to NDC accusations of rigging election 2020.
So I can also accuse you.
Almost catch EC and say EC person Bokrono, a Yabanum. Edma, the New Patriotic Party. Sabu Kaya, read it.
Okay.
What's saying?
Or say, Ofusampo. Or say,
yes.
Ofusampo for an alleged EC ploy to rig election 2020 in court. Also in concert with NIE. National Identification Authority.
NDC for say Baby. Sanka had
was say
yes.
EC and NIE plan to rig 2020 elections. NDC alleges.
Thank you. Shabula system doko. I say
was say Asiodun Ketia accused EC of seeking to change electoral laws.
Thank you. Nakaya. Was
MPP EC orchestrated our defeat in 2020 elections.
Now, who say the NDC? They are now in opposition. First, I'm saying the EC is truly independent.
Yeah.
EC register near Papa DDR. Now they are in opposition. But I must say, one, the NPP and the EC want to conspire and rig the elections for the New Patriotic Party.
That was before the elections.
Yes. NDC for no.
Yeah.
But we are the key actors of the NDC. The national chairman of the NDC say, former electoral reforms boss, director of elections, NDC, was saying the 2020 elections are not Babacon. NPP NIE for not carbon person. I said, don't catch us say, Omulusu, the Omulusu say NPP is for carbon. Emma Ban Omulusu. Shall me boy?
Yeah.
I want you to read some. That is why NPP NDC someone can Krasanko for me. Shabu, they say,
and then was someone kind of
and they lie to us as if say, as a Yajima. I'm telling you,
Okay, so
obi a wo hwe me bia na demonstration o mo ko no who John Dramani mama bagu
Debbie.
who was said nkata bagu I said nkata bagu Canada
Bagu Canada.
ah ni yire na busa fo Canada who wo for some for bagu
Or place get a copy of
me ba wo for some for bagu na no adam some people for akwa demonstration let my vote count o mutu akwa bi ni no sa akwa no
yeah
ask yourself say why na hwe ne yire na ma
Akufa do ba na onim bi
why na bisa
say Jole say John yire na ma ni
and to be a wo tell bia no do never allow them to use you
Freddie Blaze said the bucket for $150 million but okoje ne ba back but man ba also ne ma anko demonstration.
Thank you. I said Dunkati, I say the 2020 elections was rigged. NPP is ne orchestrated me boy. One, the voters register na credible. No must say we for the new patriotic party. Can you me say book in no lie.
What say? NDC had no collated results for 2020 election. I see Dunkati in a leak audio.
What I say?
What say? Say yeah, 12 but so mo collate.
Yes.
What so mo demand collate.
Yes. And I want to ask a very simple question. One, what's the NPP and the EC want to orchestrate? And
also, I say NIA, EC, and orchestrate
for some people.
I'm defeat. I say look at that kind, and orchestrate no defeat.
Okay.
And then now what's that castle? Man, collectivity. Today the other castle. Mudinchun.
Icing on the cake. And I'm sorry.
What say?
Yes.
NDC had no concrete results to fight 2020 elections in court. I see in alleged leaked audio.
On one casa general say it is not doctored. Also on one casa ne cast as him. And when he wanted to be the national chairman, I never called the point of swamp of no. And then I make catchers or more cast and when 5 regions started flipping in, their system of software crashed.
Yeah.
And someone hijacked into their system so they couldn't get the figures. Shaibu,
Franko.
midwife since 1992. Akufa do mo kokko ba besi 2024. Can you catch them? Party ben or what power? Only is in your problem. Tell me.
There will be a my if my memory serves right, they are kind of you may be an MPP tell them on EC cool, and as it be easy and NDC problem. They only fight with them when they are in opposition.
Thank you. As some NDC for Kennedy audit, if they also get power, they will do worse. Take this from me.
And a forensic audit, MPP are calling, they even call for an
one yet. Just me you. And they may catch us a gunner. Do a territory, they will be our robo. Almost no be as from uncle. Because Bakuna, when you're barrier, they control the system.
Got thief man, thief man.
Just not make catch on
thief man.
So ask yourself, if the NPP was calling for an international audit, the NDC is calling for a forensic audit. Maybe if you near brepa, what I'm trying say, you near Quaco Bobo. You may not himself if we near. The many young petition young comes want a free and fair game. And the term of FIFA's God bless the neighbor who made it ball your best airborne. One cassa, no my referee, man, me the game on family. You mean to say, every say you're true and fair. Why is the NPP on the other side and the NDC on the other side?
Someone who called for an international audit some years back, and now what a forensic auditor was a message them say, wow, boss,
see, and that makes us say, oh, no, 2 political parties. Omunim chrono mo elections.
Omote abem omunim na Franko party for pe enema cost don. Senya chrono kaka na ya boa mu na aya ko mu defeat kenya kura wu. Because if Mahama went home with this humiliation, and the MPP they are trying to do something. Omunim election will lose, but they defeat no. Ombese be trouble 30%.
Tisabu. Obi bia wo hwe mi bia tie mi ye. And then yes, unemployment rate is 14.7.
Yeah.
Now, so I didn't have Ghana for a yes national security threat. Diagro. Where Obi Utim be a two baffle, two nanafu. Captain say, so most for some more cotard some more demonstration. On paid by Bintina. Later, make us on paid by Bintina say, if they win power, they don't know you. Among demonstration. I don't know what video glances as well. I didn't know young when you have a much position who say, or mobile win by the win. I don't just want to buy. What? I don't know what video say. Say, with a power deny. Say, I win your banner. Or whom the bay you do.
Communicate your point.
Till or when you have no. What did you say your baby with rubbish or rubbish? This I was a banner, the near break. Ye pay Jenny, Nanya said teaching it, ye bubino. This our banner, one say. So more when you have but I have thank you. Shabu, me say, media, our duty and responsibility is to tell the ordinary Ghanaian the truth. Me cannot catch you.
Opa,
The end is for irregularities. Dear Ben, and at the end,
you never know what to marry.
Omo when we are, me Kenya no hataso. Omo catch us say mo must sabotage register. Oda kasambwa because where NDC nya we never we say king. General Sergeant Mensa is a goner. Oh, she's a goner. They will bring someone they can manipulate. And some workers are the mammy yana papa ni biano. Omna ya drink or born home or born. Omna twap Afarijan. So NDC. Ye twap NDP winner ye. So ye NDP. So you cannot know the stand in the faith. Chabu. Me tie na no me hwe say when ya brain na wo kona wo ba na irregularities and I say we and I say nyantwe ni nua bi na dem say Chabu hwe mesere. You are fighting a losing battle. Enta you fight a losing battle say omumienu ni nyina ni say ade no e ade ye de we ni aba no yenye de kwa de kwa akosi bia kwa akosi abisha mesme das
abuja for Franko the hater and out ten can be din the shy will assist Austin Beba ne jobless ne ja camera just can video the boom I don't know excuse am e be share down for that already.